Well, hey there, kiddos. My name's Matt Gender. I'm the director of music and organist here at Trinity Lutheran, and I just wanted to give you a short tour and demonstration of our wonderful pipe organ that we have installed in the organ loft here in the sanctuary. So let's go and explore how this thing works, and maybe we'll get some sights and sounds out of it too. So it actually all starts in this closet. The instrument itself is powered by pressurized air, and this device inside this closet is actually a very large fan. It's called a blower, and this fan provides the pressurized air for the organ so that the pipes can speak. So here you have a very large motor, and the air comes out of this tube into this wooden box, and when this is on, that box will actually inflate with air in there, and then the air will go out of that tube and into the pipe organ. So let's go see where it goes after it comes out of the blower. After the wind, pressurized air, comes out of the blower, it gets stored underneath all of these different organ pipes. This organ has about 3,000 different organ pipes of all different shapes and sizes, and we will get to see all different sorts of organ pipes. These ones are cylindrical, so they're tall and circular. You can see these ones over here are about 8 feet long. And we have them actually pretty much placed anywhere you can place an organ pipe. Actually up here, we have a shelf that's got some more pipes on it. You can see those ones have little hats on the top. And they're all different shapes and sizes. The largest organ pipe on this organ is just over 17 feet tall. And we will go see it right now. It's actually back here. There's a group of 6 over here and a group of 6 over there. And so the largest one is actually right back here. I'll try to flip the camera around so we can kind of see, but it is very tall. It's about 17.5 feet tall, weighs about 800 pounds. And it's a very, very low sound. So I can kind of put my hand up here next to it for scale. You can kind of see just how large they are. Inside here, these are actually very special boxes, wooden boxes that are made that you can see have some louvered panels on them. And when the louvers will actually close down, it changes the volume of all of the organ pipes that are inside. There's a lot of organ pipes inside there. We've got one over there and one over here. More pipes on the shelf there. And then there's actually a host of organ pipes on this balcony rail. Some of our smallest organ pipes are actually out here. These are about as large as a pencil eraser. Their speaking length is about as big as a pencil eraser. So again, you can see all different shapes and sizes. We've got wooden ones in the middle. We've got pipes that have little hats on the top here. There's ones over here that are shaped kind of like a cone. And all of these different pipe shapes give us all of the different sounds that we can get out of an organ. So here's where all of the magic happens. This is a computerized organ console that has 3 different keyboards for your hands and then a big one for your feet, and a host of other buttons and kind of fun things to find. Each one of these little white knobs controls a set of organ pipes that you saw back here. Inside, there are about 2 or 3 different computers that run this organ, and each keyboard controls a different part of the whole instrument. That top keyboard there controls a certain section of the organ. The middle keyboard and the bottom keyboard all play these pipes that are out here on the shelf. And the pedals play the largest bass notes of the organ. So now I'm actually sitting at the control center of the organ, the console, and I wanted to sample some of the sounds so you can hear all of the different sounds that this organ can make. There is almost 3,000 pipes in this organ, and they all are handmade, and they all have different sounds. And we can control the different sounds of the organ using these plastic knobs, and if I pull one out, we get a sound to come out. There are 4 main families of organ pipes on a pipe organ. There are principal, flute, strings, and reeds, and we will sample all of those. The principal pipes are very fat and cylindrical, like the ones that we saw at the beginning of the video. They have a very characteristic organ sound. If I start adding them together at different sound levels, I can get more of a church organ type sound. Our second family of organ pipes are actually called flutes, and they are called so because they sound kind of fluty, oddly enough. I have all different sorts of flutes on the organ. I've got some really big, fat organ pipes that kind of sound really low and deep. So those are our flute sounds. This organ has 2 string stops on it. The string pipes are very, very skinny and tall, and they sound like the string instruments, like a violin or a cello that you would find in an orchestra. So this is the string stops on the organ here. Another string sound that imitates the sound of like a lower stringed instrument, like a cello or a contrabass. So now I think we finally can get to one of my favorite families of organ stops, and those are called the reed sounds. And we call them reed sounds because inside the actual organ pipe itself, there is a buzzing reed that vibrates back and forth really fast to create the organ sound that we hear. And so we use these to imitate really reedy, buzzy sounds like trumpets and trombones, but we also have a couple of really other interesting sounds on the organ that we can use with reed stops. So first I'll show you the trumpet sounds, very loud, very boisterous trumpet sounds. So I've got a reed sound actually that sounds like an orchestral oboe. And just like the flutes, principals, and strings, I have some really low-pitched, rumbly kind of reed sounds. But the biggest reeds of them all are actually down here in the pedal. I have a really interesting kind of buzzy reed sound over on this keyboard. So we put them all together and we can actually get a pretty big sound out of this organ. So I hope you found that interesting. If you ever have any questions about some more of the specifics of how the organ works, just feel free to come find me and I will absolutely demonstrate them for you. So thanks for joining me there, boys and girls. Look forward to seeing you in church very soon.